Today is January 3rd, 2023. Okay. Last night on the 2nd, out on Turquoise Street, people were down the way. It was him stealing. He stole the money from the case. We were wondering where it's going. Where it went. Oh, come on now. And it comes down to, oh, come on now. They yelled at November that it was him stealing. December 2nd, they were screaming, or they were saying it in Alliance, that he stole it on day one. They have set it clear out to Pennsylvania. Come on now. Okay. That when he opened the case, he took the money right away. All right. January 1st, 2023. I'm with my client at Trinity Gospel. Security guard, everybody knows about the case because they sold the information. He's on the phone with someone. Okay. They told him that agent, he said the agent said he stole the money because he knew she was faking she was sick and faking she got well while that poor family was grieving. So he put the money in his pocket right away to teach her a lesson. And then he left her out there to die and told them they could do whatever they wanted to her. No, that's not funny, he said that. That's not funny at all. No, it's not. And it's lie. What I had, okay, back in 2001, 2002, I had like 6 surgeries to 10. I had endometriosis, okay? They had to go through my belly button several times, repairing cyst and removing, okay? You see a big old, where they cut my, mark around my belly button that they cut it several times, okay? I had, my appendix go bad. I have a 4-inch scar. Okay? My gallbladder went bad, okay? I have 4 cuts from that. I had the first part of a hysterectomy because I couldn't save, okay? And I'm 26, 27 years old, okay? Then they had to cut me side to side to remove the second part of my uterus for the hysterectomy. And then after that, I got a kidney stone, and the kidney stone turned, kinked, and started shooting the urine back up inside, okay? And so they had to cut a 4-inch scar on my back. I got a scar on my back where they cut through my back muscles, went in, removed the damaged part of the kidney, and then sewed it back together. Okay? Pain off the chart. I had fibromyalgia. If you Google spontaneous remission fibromyalgia, we'll get back to that. It happens to 80% of the people. What causes fibromyalgia? Either something horrible happens to you, or you go through something traumatic, and your body goes into an autoimmune and pain disorder. Okay? You're in so much pain, you can't handle it. Your muscles tighten up, and one of the signs of it, you get these little knots in your muscles. They call them trigger points. I had them all up and down my neck, my back, everything. Pain off the chart. So I start going to pain management. Don't ever do that. Don't ever go to those places. I went up there, they gave me like 30 steroid injections. Do you know what happens when you give that much steroid? You gain 100 pounds. 100 pounds. Start swelling. They started, well, we'll raise this level in your brain. We'll raise this. You'll feel better. You'll be happy. You won't feel the pain as much. You know what happened? Start swelling. Off the chart. Hands, feet, legs, lower extremities, especially the worst. My knees, I started going to orthopedic doctors. They started pulling turkey-based things of fluid out of my knees. And because the kneecaps, because of the fluid popping out of place, the orthopedic doctor prescribed braces just to hold my legs in place, okay? And I'm in so much pain. I do have degenerative joint disease, and one thought I had RA. Okay. And then I get diagnosed with other things. Okay. One doctor looked at me and said, and he was an endocrinologist, we don't understand. This is like 2001. He said, we understand that fibromyalgia starts because you've went through some kind of tragedy. It's like post-traumatic syndrome on your body, and your body is reacting to it. You're in so much pain, and it's causing the pain because you've been hurt so bad, or you've went through something so bad that you can't handle it. And so your body goes into this pain syndrome. He said, we understand that. He said, but after about 1 to 2 years of it running its course, one day it just spontaneously goes into remission. I looked at him like he was crazy. I thought, how can I go into spontaneous remission? I'm in so much pain. You're nuts. He said, keep looking for it. You've had it so long. He said, it's the body just corrects itself. He said, you'll be sick one moment it'll be gone. I thought, you're nuts. He said, look for it. He said, it's happening to almost everybody. He said, just keep looking for it. Well, my heart started getting off from all the different drugs, my thyroid, okay? Ended up in the hospital, okay? Adrenal gland stopped. They started giving me thyroid because my adrenal gland stopped. I'm swelling. The excess fluid is, instead of them ripping me off at every medicine that I had, and then trying to put it back on and see which one was making me swell, and swell horribly, they just left me alone. Stupid. I mean, you look at it today, it's stupid. But they did, okay? So, I was talking to a nurse and said, you always blame the steroids, but you were on so much medicine. I was on like 10, 15 drugs. Or tell them what was, or the combination thereof was making you swell like that. Okay? So, okay, we're going to get back to the second part too. Okay. And, so, what was it? 2002? My one friend said there's a doctor that treats pain with pain. They get you off all that other crazy medicine and you get better. And people got better on him. So I went and seen him. He said, I had a woman I treated, wasn't quite as bad as you. In less than a year, she was running on a treadmill. I thought, you're nuts, but I'll try it. He's like, I'm going to put you on really high doses of pain medicine. We're going to get you off everything else. He said, your muscles are so tight. He said, I don't want you to exercise. He said, but I want you to slowly move it. Then I want you to move it a little more. He said, then just a little bit more. Learn to relax, learn to move it. He said, and as you move little by little, you'll get strength. He said, and as you get strength, he said, we'll eventually get to, exercise. He said, and one day, he said, it'll just be gone. So he put me on fentanyl patches. I was in that much pain. Vicodin. Off the chart pain, okay? I was ending up in the hospital from pain. My muscles were tightening like crazy, okay? I was throwing up so bad from those fentanyl patches, the Vicodin, I was throwing up like crazy. Once I got used to the drugs, guess what happened? I started moving around. Where I couldn't drive, I could drive a car. Do you know what else happened? Where I had braces, I could toddle around the house. Where I couldn't hardly do anything myself, I toddle around the house. With the braces so the fluid couldn't push the knees out. I started getting better. Do you know what happened one day? Went into spontaneous remission. And it disappeared one day. Now, I still have degenerative joint disease. You can see it on an MRI. 88% of the people with degenerative joint disease or RA control the symptoms, and it looks like you're in spontaneous remission, but you still have it by exercise and movement. You don't have the swelling, you don't have the pain because you build up the muscles in the joints. That's why I was always out walking at Lenox. I was always out moving. I even had a treadmill I could run on to keep my body moving. Do you know when I got away from day where I couldn't mow the lawn and I get dizzy and da-da-da-da-da at times because they were drugging me up so bad? Um, I got down here, and on the days that they didn't break in my house and keep doing it down here, I'd go out and walk at Mexico's Park. I'd walk 2 and 3 miles. That's what I used to do at Lennox before we moved up there. I didn't get dizzy. I didn't almost pass out. I could run on a treadmill. See what I mean? Even though it was heavy, I went out and walked all the time. I just ate all. I did too, because Dave and I were always going out to eat. Yeah. So, yeah, degenerative joint disease, RA. I uploaded it to the place. 88% of the people, it looks like spontaneous remission, but what it is they're out exercising. They're out moving the muscles in the joints, and they're tightening them so that they don't have pain and they have movement, and they don't hurt, so it looks like it's gone. So, yeah. And probably that was caused by the steroids. Someone I knew said their brother was put on a high dose of steroids and ended up getting a hip replacement. And then one doctor thought it was caused by the high dose of steroids. So I don't know what caused the degenerative joint disease in the other part, but I do control it with exercise, where I was getting up and moving around and the swelling and everything went down. But the fluid in my legs, you know what took the fluid out? Getting off all that medicine, and over time, it just left. When the fluid left, my thyroid started working. My adrenal glands started working. I don't have any problem with it. I was on replacement supplements. Blood work showing it. And it's by the grace of God. Hard telling what medicines they were giving me was shutting everything down. Or like they said, the combination thereof. So, while I'm going through 6, 8 surgeries, maybe 10, okay? I am going through pain management. It's not working. I'm getting worse. I even ended up in the hospital a couple times because my heart got off from all those medicines. Okay? And I'm in the hospital for this, for that, for that. Okay? I'm suffering like hell. Okay? Getting a hold of this doctor. And as I'm getting a hold of this doctor, he gets me on this regimen of high pain medicine, and I start moving. I do start getting better. And I do get better. Okay? In the middle of what I'm going through, Phil Miller takes Tyler Vega, Ron Vega's son, to a church baseball game. He runs a stop sign and semi hits him. I have nothing to do with that family. I'm living my own life, dealing with my own problems. I'm at home. My whole family's at home. Okay? Brian Lady had to come tell us that they had got hit by a semi. He ran a stop sign. He ran a stop sign. I'm sorry. He ran a stop sign and a semi hit him. It's Phil's fault. He's late for a church baseball game. He's got his grandkid in the car, and he foolishly runs a stop sign and a semi hit him. That or they played with his brakes being the called. You never know. They kill people. But he didn't stop at that stop sign. They said he ran a stop sign. He ran the stop sign and a semi hit him. That's what I was told. Okay? A few months later, with me getting better enough to drive, me getting better enough to toddle around the house without my canes, and learning to balance even with my legs swollen. But I have braces on just to hold my legs up straight, so because I have so much fluid in them, and because they would slide in and out from the fluid. Oh, even an MRI report shows the 3-inch fluid cyst next to it, which my body dissolved, and next to my kneecap and the degenerative joint disease. It shows da 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 da. I have several of them. Dear God, I even went to Cleveland Clinic. Okay? So where I'm already getting better, they get killed in an unfortunate traffic accident, May 3rd, 2003. I happened to go into spontaneous remission 3 months later. 2 to 3 months later, do I have anything to do with that? No. Do they have anything to do with me getting well in my process? in what I've been working with this doctor to help it go into spontaneous remission by getting up and moving, because that's what causes it. No. So that agent telling people he knew she was faking she was sick and faking she got well while they were grieving is a bunch of bullshit. Fucking bullshit. Google spontaneous remission fibromyalgia. 80%. Then you do different arthritises, 88% control, and it looks like spontaneous remission with exercise and movement so that they don't feel pain or have swelling in the joints. And it looks like it. I still have it. I still have the degenerative joint disease. I get out and I work all the time. With me working all the time, I used to go, when I got away from Dave, and on the nights they weren't breaking in, drugging me up, I go out and walk at Mesker's Park 3 miles a day. 2 and 3 miles. That's what I used to do at Lennox. That's why the thought of just barely mowing a lawn and almost passing out is ridiculous. My son lived a mile away, almost right under a mile away. I'd walk over to his house, get the kids. Their allotment was a half mile. I walk around it twice, could walk a mile back. That's 3 miles, almost. See what I mean? Did all the time. Then I had the treadmill. Then I go pick up the kids. We go to Seppo Park, let them play, and I'd walk around the thing while they played. See what I mean? That's where it becomes ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. He's just making up lies. He stole the money. Why? Because he's a thief. Yeah, he stole the money because she knew that she was faking she was sick and faking she got well without family was grieving. No, honey. I expect out of occult people that are brainwashed to fall for that occult leader's lies. But an educated agent and an educated officer to use Google, does fibromyalgia go into spontaneous remission 80% of the time? That means one moment you're sick, and then one moment it's gone. Your body just corrects itself. It goes out of like the post-traumatic syndrome of pain. And then the other ones, it looks like spontaneous remission caused by movement and exercise. It makes the swelling and the pain go away. So everything I had, he could have looked at him and said, everything she had goes into spontaneous remission. And it happens almost all the time. So what she had happened to her is not miraculous. It's not fake. It's common. He could have educated them and told them that. Did he do that? No. He went up and told them. This is how to curl people's toenails. His daughter is dating Dave. He's the one in the store, because if it's my daughter her husband dates, he met her in Ravenna when she was having a stomach spell. And it's Michelle, and Michelle's my dad's FBI. He works the case. That means when Dave hit me with a portaface, ran off the store, it was her family in that store. And that means retired Judge Pete is probably Grandpa Pete or Uncle, Great Uncle Pete. Her dad's Will. Alec is her brother or cousin. And Bill from the Freemason is Will Jr. And it's them with their drug addict friends that kicked in my door, the drug dealers. They kicked in my door, were stalking me, date rape, drugging me, photoshopping me. He's already in this up to here, and he took the 25 grand hit. That's where it ought to curl your toenails. That means when we went and dropped off Sarah's card, he already knew I called FBI. He already knew I called Sarah. He knew Will was going to be up there. What was Will doing up at Paymers? Huh? He wasn't just telling on me. Where he was verified by a Stark County sheriff. He told on me, and the sheriff didn't tell on him before. Okay? All right? Huh? He may have went up there to cut deals. He took my money because he's a thief. And he was embezzling. He was in it with Dave in those churches, and he probably went up there and got another list of people they could put in the witness protection program or help kill. So the next day when I called him, he knew he was that guy up there. He knew all these things happened to me, and he knew they were going to try to kill me. And he was after that money. That's why when I tried to tell him what happened at Huntington Bank, you liar, you confess you're lying, or I'll put you in jail. Badgering laws, you have to take somebody's statement if you believe them or not. Department of Justice 1729. A witness, a victim, or informant. You can't not take their statement. And that made me, why would a FBI help a person like you? Because they'll kill me. So, made me grovel and plead for my life. That's abuse and misconduct. He lost his badge. And then, you tell, I'll list you informant, puts me in the witness protection program, gives me $5,000 a month, diplomatic immunity. Okay? Because he has to open that account to steal the money. Okay? You tell someone I'll list you crazy and no one can help you. He can't do that. He is not a sitting judge to put a gag order on me, and he's the one that told on me. He can't even ask me to stay quiet. And he can't list me crazy. He's a psychiatrist. He's using people's 7, 8, 9, 10-year-old IQs that, oh, he can do this. No, he can't. You know why he's got away with this? Because of people's stupidity. And when people wake up, no one can. Some guy was lecturing his wife. I don't care who they try to say was in her house outside that protected life case. You don't understand how illegal it is. It's entrapment. It's automatic 5 years. Even Officer Reinhardt in Louisville, even the FBI couldn't be in your home outside that protected life case with your statements. You have a right to privacy, a right to remain quiet, a right to an attorney, a right to a fair court trial, a right to not be mistreated, and a freedom of speech. They can't be in your home. And people forget we live in the United States of America. It throws the whole case out against that person. And then you can't work a case with your daughter dating my husband. Huh? And he never mentioned anything bad. He never mentioned anything bad. He said, admit to no wrongdoing, and I'll take care of it at the end. I can't be legally charged for anything again in my life. He even said that. It's a witness protection program. Once you're in it, you can't get out of your life. Every month I'm alive, $5,000 to $10,000 goes into his pocket. My $5,000 a month, the $60,000 a year, my housing, my living expenses, and then my medical card. I never got anything but home police surveillance. And that's where different officers will mention working Karen around the house. Okay? We're going to put it that way. Someone needs to help me, please.